just for having 2 minutes. Okay. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It's me, Michael Cesar Santa. Welcome you in my channel, Sheikh Afghan Jelebi Michael Cesar Santa. Well, as a just near we were talking about part one in the previous live we are talking about the topics here is mentioned. That was part one, and we perhaps we believe it would be the part two. This is part two, and now we can see that accordance with as you know, Almas Jacob says that Imam Mahdi would came on to conquer Israel and establish Islamic rules in Jewish Israel. Well, and he would conquer Israel with a sword. Okay, but for now, Alma, in the topic, we can know that it is absolutely the false, and in 1757 we came to know that it is a bogus and nobody would be happens. Because now we are living in a rifle era and nuclear era. Here a sword would not work. And well, now I would talk about the points. Therefore, I would while I would start the live again, well, I would play the video again, repeatedly. Well, let's have the points. Okay. Well, at first answer him. Good love in life, man. Sure. Okay. Salam. Same to you. Okay. Shiva live. Hi. Salam. How are you? Okay. And now we are talking about the points. Well, if I want, I would like to speak in Hindi, but problem is that it is an Iranian. The topic of Imam Mahdi versus Dajjal is about the topic of okay. Well, my location is Israel.
यहूदियों ही के अंदर से और यहूदियों ही के अंदर से कई लोग उसकी वर्शिप भी करेंगे. तो सारे ये कह देना ना कि सारे ज्यूज और क्रिश्चियंस को कत्ल करेगा और ये देखें जी एंटी क्राइस्ट भी ज्यूज और क्रिश्चियंस को सिर्फ कत्ल करेगा, तो ऐसा सच नहीं है. जो कोई भी उसकी प्रस्तिश करने से इनकार करेगा उसका कत्ल किया जाएगा. आगे जी पॉइंट 7 ईयर रूल, यानी कि वो 7 साल के लिए हुकूमत करेगा. महदी भी और एंटी क्राइस्ट भी जो है वो 7 साल उसको दिए गए हैं हुकूमत करने के लिए. तो जनाब ये 7 साल का जो रूल महदी करेगा वो कैसे करेगा? महदी ने जाकर यरूशलेम के ऊपर कब्जा करना है तलवार से, और उसके साथ एक बड़ा लश्कर होगा, और वो बड़ा लश्कर कई मुस्लिम ममालिक में से होने वाला है. जिसका मतलब ये है कि महदी ने एक कौम के ऊपर चढ़ाई करनी है, यानी कि इसराइल के ऊपर चढ़ाई करनी है, और उसने पीस ट्रीटी किसके साथ बांधनी है? उसने अमन का अहद किसके साथ बांधना है? उसने यहूदियों के साथ अहद बांधना है, क्योंकि यहूदियों ही के मुल्क के ऊपर यानी कि इसराइल के ऊपर उन्होंने कब्जा करना है. तो आप नोट करें. दूसरी तरफ हम मुखालिफ मसीह को देखते हैं, तो मुखालिफ मसीह के बारे में
Okay, I would talk about Mitashi. Okay, salam, Mitashi. Well, and now here would talk with you. And now the Imam Mahdi versus Dajjal topic is in the topic of Iranian Islamic regime. Well, now as you can see that Almas Jacob said that Islamic Iranian is well Imam Mahdi would conquer Israel with a sword. Well, here Imam Mahdi would not exist because uh, the actual name Imam Mahdi would not exist because we can know what would be the name of our granddaughters or our granddaughters. Well, 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 you can see I am almost 29 years old, and in my age of 26 years, I wed my wife Jonah Petra. Well, and before wedding, we have a relationship, and we have had daughters. Well, uh, now we can see that it is the wedding parts. Well, now let's have the topics. When our daughter would marry and women, she would be at the age of 21. Well, 26 plus 21 equal to 47. When my age would be 47. Well, now I have no idea. Now my age is 26, and when my daughter age would be 21, my age would be 47. Well, when my daughter age would be 23, my age would be 49. Well, I have no idea. 24 after 24 years, 24 years later, what would be my grandchild? I have no idea if my grandchild would be grandson or granddaughter. If my even if my child would be granddaughter, what would be my granddaughter's name? They have no idea. But Imam Mahdi is 1,400 years or later points future from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then perhaps he would say false name or incorrect name or as a code name. Okay. And now we can say, well, now let's have the points. But now let's have the point. What Iran Imam Mahdi, with which weapon Imam Mahdi would conquer the Jewish state Israel? Well, the Imam, according to Almas Jacob and some authentic Islamic hadiths, Imam Mahdi would contain weapon, that is talwar. It is sword. Okay. Now, now I would not to say any topic about another points because there is one topic in another topics, and that is Imam Mahdi versus Dajjal topic is stand on Iranian Islamic regime. Okay, for now, here we can say that for calendar 2025, who is Imam Mahdi? Well, Imam Mahdi is Ahmadullah Khomeini, the supreme leader of Iranian Islamic State. Well, but now you can see that what would happen. Well, uh, okay. Uh, well, and now in the points of that, uh, well, at a new place, okay. Uh, well, what Syria, oi, Syria, now let's have the points. We can say okay. Well, now let's have the points. We can say for it. Well, it is all my words. Okay, just wait for a moment. Well, the military equip the military equipment and of Iran. Well, yeah. Now we can have Iranian military equipments. Well, it is the Kepler's says some things, but let's trust on Islamic Republic of Iran Armed Force. Okay. Islamic Republic on Iran Armed Force. We can say. Okay, here was what is this story, right? Well, now here is equipment. Well, T-54 and T-55 tanks is imported from Soviet Union. That means the communist Russia. Well, Type 69 is from China. Well, Safir 74 is generated in Iran. Well, it is a tank, not any horse. Huh. Well, now Konmaho. It is from the North Korea. That means I can say that especially King Jong-un offered Ahmadullah Khomeini this. Well, now here's the points. In 7th, in T-72M is imported from Soviet Union. Well, captured from Iran, some with upgraded from to control system. Okay. T2M1, Soviet Union. Well, what is the parts? Some with an upgraded fire control system. Now here's the tank. T-72, Russia. It is unknown. Some of electric optional active protection system of shared armor. Well, it is the kingdom of Persian times. FV101 Scorpion. It is imported from England. Well, Soviet Union, as a Soviet Union, not Soviet Union, as United States, before 1978, the tank was imported from United States of America. Well, that was M47M. Well, it was M48A5, and this was M60A1 Patton. Here is this. Well, it is generated in Iran, and who is this? Khazar. Well, now here is the points. Now, well, Almas Jacob said, well, now let me tell you what Almas Jacob said. Almas Jacob said that our Imam Mahdi would come and conquer the Jewish land of Israel with a talwar, that means swords, and riding on horse. But reality is a crystal opposite. Well, I am not talking the war result. If Israel contains victory or defeat, I don't know. I am talking in the topic of equipments. That is the Imam Mahdi prediction is opposite of the modern real calendar 2025. And as we can say that for now, Amatullah Khomeini is the original Imam Mahdi from Iran. Well, still we can say that here we could say, well, it is the tank, while as a prediction, well, it is a tank, while as a predictions, Imam Mahdi, Imam Mahdi would ride on horse to conquer Israel. But reality is, Imam Mahdi use a military tank. Okay, here's the difference. Well, let's about the armored fighting vehicles. What well, it is double armed car, double E5. It is from Brazil, and as Lennox is from America. Well, now infantry fighting vehicles. Here we can see BMP-1 is from Soviet Union, BMP-2 is from Soviet Union. Well, now here we can see armor personal carriers. Okay, here is the equipments. Well, Tufan, Rad, whatever it is a massage. Don't say about it. It is the mobile weapon guns M1151 is imported from the United States of America. Well, it is none of them were horse. Now, weapons. Now, let me clear. It is would be not. What is the military weapons? Well, still they would say list of equipment of military armies. Well, it is arsenals. Well, here we can say, here is the photos of the rifles, and here's the photo of rifles, and here's the photo of missiles, and perhaps it is in a nuclear project. Okay. Well, and now it is a Rain 1 body armor. Well, okay. It is infantry gear. Now infantry weapons. Now let's see what is the infantry weapons of Iranian army. Okay. Now it is developed in Iran and Switzerland. The name is PC-9 Joff. Pistol 9. Okay. Now let's see. You can trust me. Here is my disclaimer, and that is that this is not any promotions of weapons. It is just a knowledge of weapons as a geopolitical waves in the topic of Imam Mahdi versus Dajjal. Well, we can. And now you can see the points. Well, I have only 2 minutes to switch off our AC because, well, let's mute it.
मतलब ये है
Well, just wait for a moment. Well, now, okay, here is duration 6-7. Well, here Almas Jacob says clear. Okay, here Almas Jacob says clearly that Imam Mahdi would come to conquer the Jewish land of Israel and control the Jewish community of Israel. Well, perhaps enslave them, and the weapon of Imam Mahdi would be talwar, that means sword. Well, as we know in calendar 2025, well, we can say, well, as a calendar 2025, we can see Amatullah Khomeini is, well, where's my research? Ali Khomeini. Well, well, it is Ali Khomeini, Amatullah Ali Khomeini. Now she is now Imam Mahdi of Iran uh, to conquer the Israel. Okay, now see it. What about Islamic? Well, the list of weapons. Here is infantry weapons. This is PC-9 Job. Well, cartridge. What is cartridge? 9x 19 millimeters. Well, semi-automatic pistol. This is the pistol, not a knife. And now, this is CJ75. It is also semi-automatic pistol. It is invented in Czechoslovakia. Well, used by 65th Airborne Special Force Brigade. Now the first is the Iranian version of the six were P226 platform in service of police and army. Okay. Now here is Glock 9. Well, now here is Glock 9, Glock 17. It is also a semi-automatic pistol. Well, it is invented in Austria. Well, in service of Islamic Revolution Guard Commander. Iranian copy named KP7 also in development. Okay. Now, FN high power. Well, it is invented in Belgium. Okay. In the service of Islamic Revolution Guard Command. And now, there is called M1911A1. It is 0.45 ACP caliber. It is semi-automatically pistols, but it is invented in United States, and now it is in service of the army. Okay. Now here we can say the submachine guns. Well, it is the pistol. Now we have a submachine guns. It is standard FMPT9s. It is developed in Iran and West Germany. At least it is in. It is before the Islamic Revolution in 1979. It was well, Heckler. It is the version of Heckler Koch MP5 variant produced under license of the trade names and tonders. Okay. It is Belletra M20. It is Italy. It is the inventor is Italy. Iranian army imported from Italy. Well, come in. So, okay. The star model Jet84. It is invented in Spain, and from Iran import it is in from Spain. Now as a Uzi submachine pistol. Who knows it? It is of course definitely imported from Israel. But wait a minute. When Uzi developed? Well, Uzi developed in the late 1940. Well, as the Kingdom of Persia has imported Uzi submachine gun from Israel. Okay. Now we can say the shotguns. That is Hudson Escort MPA-3C. Well, it is invented from Turkey, used by IRCG during Mansa Amini protest. Well, and now I have to say about Mansa Amini protest. Well, let's say about the different tab. We have opened in different tab. Now, what is what was Mansa Amini protest? Here is an Wikipedia. What is the condition of women in Islamic Republic of Iran? But in short, I can explain you what happened with it. In well, just 2 minutes. I would like to stand. Okay. Well, and the what was the Mansa Amini protest in Iran? Well, Mansa Amini was walking. Just 1 minute for this. Okay. Mansa Amini was walking on the roads of Tehran. That means Iran. But suddenly some police, Iranian moral police, has arrested her and sent her into Iranian Islamic moral prison. What was her crime? According to Iranian Islamic moral police, what was Mansa Amini's crime? Now let me explain. But I can explain you. Okay. Well, now here you can see me with hijab. Where? Here. Okay. Now you can see me in hijab, in niqab, in t-shirt. Okay. And now you can see me in a trouser. Okay. And even now you can see me when I go outside. You can see me with a jeans pant. You can see me with a shirt. You can see me with a man watch, etc. But here we can. You can see me this event in Bangladesh. Well, but now, if you want to see me like this in Iran, if you have seen me in like this in Iran, well, Iranian moral police would arrest me. Why? Because I wear hijab, I wear niqab, but I wear t-shirt and I wear trousers casually and jeans pant as a formal work. Here is the moral police problems. Okay. Now in moral police problems, here we can see well, just 2 minutes. Okay, here we can have just 2 minutes, and the moral police arrest me and would arrest me and send me to Iranian Islamic moral prison, and they would torture me. Well, it is the same process actually happened with Mansa Amir. What? Mansa Amini. Well, and what was the result? several of Iranian women and are on the road of Tehran, and they burn their hijab, they burn their niqab, they burn their burqa, even they have cut their hair. Well, some of Iranian women, well, the hair was like a Gal Gadot, and now their hairstyle is like Robert Downey Jr. Here's the points. Well, now why I am telling about Mansa Amini protest? Because while the topic was uh, Imam Mahdi versus Dajjal, and the topic was Imam Mahdi versus Dajjal, and the topic place was Iranian Islamic regime. But why did I say about Hansa Amini protest? Because here is the beautiful point we can say. Because here is the beautiful points we can see. Now, okay, in the Mansa Amini protest, this shotgun was imported from Turkey. Well, they have deleted the weapons because it is the notorious. Well, in that points, they use Baragat. Well, they use this type of shotguns, not a talwar. But here we say, well, okay. But here we can say the well, Almas Jacob said that Imam Mahdi would came to conquer on Israel with a weapon, and that weapon would be sword, that is talwar. But as a Mansa Iranian Islamic regime, as Mansa Amini protest, we can see there was a use of 12 gauge weapons, Turkey weapons. Okay. Now here we can see here is a battle rifle. Well, what is the battle rifles? Well, here is a battle rifle of Heckler Koch G3 and Select Fire, West Germany, Arte Service rifles. Okay, it is Masaf 2 battle rifle. It is from Iran. It is made in Iran. Well, now some of we believe in Zulfikar Talwar, but from Iranian military, it is rifles. Now it is there was assault rifles. Well, AK-133 is developed in Iran and Russia, and service in Iranian Islamic Republic Guard commands. Okay. Sayed 5.56. It is developed in Iran, China. Okay. After 1980, MPP KMS-72 was developed in East Germany. Okay. Now, Warsaw Pact scan. AKM variant is invented in Warsaw Pact state. Well, Warsaw Pact state. That means is Poland and Soviet Unions. Okay. Well, now here is a sniper. Nachkir, made in Soviet Union. Okay. Steyr, made in Austria. Well, now here is a machine guns. RPG, made in Soviet Union. Remekes, made in West Germany. PKM, made in Soviet Union. WAP, made in China. Okay. Now here we can now talk about explosives. Well, but now here we can say the points. Well, okay. Now here is the points we can say as well. Here is all the things we can say. Now I am removing the points. Okay. Well, now my one here is my one research would be here, and that is Bing map. Well, but now, well, and now just imagine what would be the, and now just imagine what would be the next point of Iran. What would be Imam Mahdi peace treaty? Now I am talking about the points. Okay. And now let me say about some things. Okay. Well. Okay. We can say like that. Well, now here we can say Imam Mahdi would rule in Iran. Well, Gal Gadot has the rules and want to peace treaty with Israel. The condition of peace treaty for Israel is number 0. We Jewish people cannot manufacture any car with velocity of 288,000 km per second. Well, now what is explanations? Let me see. Well, now explanation is, if any rational Lahori Pakistani is under attack by Pakistani Taliban terrorists, it would occur at 3 hours with the velocity of Pakistani Taliban car as 40 km per hour. Well, the distance between Tel Aviv, Israel and Lahore, Pakistan is 4,796 kilometers. While Israeli car velocity is 288,000 km per second, Imam Mahdi is scared that if he could not kill the rational Pakistani in the delay of 0.8 seconds. Now, here we go. Okay. But now, well, perhaps we were talking about the points when Iranian terrorists, we were talking about the points, but somehow internet is being slow minutes by minutes. Now let me tell you. Okay. Well, there are some rational Muslims, the educated Muslims live in Iran, America, Australia, Canada, or sometimes another countries. there is some another points. Well, we are living in Iran, America. Well, in several Muslim countries, still there are some educated person. Well, at least there are several educated Islamic explainer as me living in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay. Well, here as a point uh, for a demonstration, I am educated person to explain our Islams, and I live in Dhanmundis or Gulshan Banani and or Dhanmundi, like this. But or I am living some place in Chittagong cities or Tangal cities. Okay, Tangal cities or Rampur cities. Now here we can say I can explain Islam with my knowledge. But now here is the problem, and what is the problem? The problem is, well, here is the problem, and now the problem is I live in Tangals or I live in Chittagong of Bangladesh. I can explain Islam with my knowledge. Well, now there would be some radical Islamic person as demonstrations. Mijanur Rahman Azahari and Anatullah Abbasi would attempt to kill me. Well, they would attempt to kill me on their points, and they can assassinate me as a contact of they can contact Lashkar-e-Taiyiba or Afghan Taliban or the Palestinian terrorists. They can contact to assassinate me. But now, when Mijanur Rahman Azahari contacts with Iranians and Iranian contacts with Palestinian terrorists to assassinate me because I can explain Islam as a with my knowledge. Somehow, Israeli Mossad agency know that my life is at risk. Okay. Well, here perhaps here is my new research. Well, here is my new research center is established. Okay. Now, well, Tel Aviv, Israel, our departure is Tel Aviv, Israel, and arrival is Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay. Now we can see it, and let's have calculations. Okay. There are two routes at one route is driving route, that is 7,035.77 kilometers, and the flight route is 5,400. Oh, okay. Well, Flight route is 5,489.19 kilometers. Okay. Now I would like to see that what is points. Here is my second weapons, and that is a calculator. Okay. Now as the driving route is 7,035.77 divided by 288,000 kilometer per second, and now here is 0.024429 seconds. That means 25 milliseconds. Okay. Well, here we can know. Well, and now here we can know what is the travel route. Flight route. Flight route is 5,489.19. Now 5,489.1. I have looked at it is 19. Okay, 19 divided by 2,800. I have looked at 288,000 kilometer per second, and now here is 0.19059. That means almost 20 milliseconds. Okay. Now, well, and now here we can see. Well, here you can see that I can explain Islam as with my knowledge. Sometimes Mizanur Rahman Azahari, I am in hit list of Mizanur Rahman Azahari. I am in hit list of Hafiz Saeed. I am in hit list of Ahmadullah Khomeini, and I am in hit list of Anatullah Abbasi. Okay. Not Anatullah Khomeini. That is Anatullah Abbasi. Well, I am in target of Anatullah Abbasi. I am in target of Mizanur Rahman Azahari. I am in target of Amir Hafsa. I am in target of, well, I am in hit list of Jillur Rahman Jubaidi. Well, when the Jewish people want to save me, their vehicle is 2,088. I apologize. 288,000 kilometers per second as a velocity of their car. They can save me in 30 milliseconds. They can save me as a driving route, as a flight route. They can save me in 25 milliseconds. Okay. And now here is the reason that nowadays, although I am a Muslim, how can I be a hit list of Mizanur Rahman Azahari and Anatullah Abbasi and Amir Hamza and Hafez Saeed and Lashkar-e-Tayyiba and Afghan Taliban and Palestinian terrorists and Ahmadullah Khomeini? Here I have explanations. Okay. And but now, as a start of, well, this is partially roasting a files to roast Mufassil the mentals, but now it is still the points. Well, And well, here we can set, I have set the father Gal Gadot. uh, I have said the story. Father is Gal Gadot. Net worth is 50 billion United States dollars. Son is Mufassil the Mental, and his inheritance is 49,999,999,999.99 United States dollars. And daughter Elana's interest is 1 United States cent. But now, in the in the Islamic inheritance law, Father Gal Gadot contains 50 billion United States dollars. Son Mufassil the Mental get inheritance at only 34 billion United States dollars, and daughter Elena Auntie contains inheritance of 16 billion United States dollar. Here is the large point we can face. Okay. Well, here is the last point we can face. It is the beautiful life for me that I have no face. Okay. Here is my Islamic explanation that I have explained that in inheritance law, how Islam is as against the gender equality. Well, if somebody know me in my Islamic channels and somebody are know me as in Bengali language in Islamic channels, well, you can know me that I am always in the stand of gender equality. It doesn't matter if gender equality would be in inheritance or some other points. I believe in gender equality. But here's the problem. The problem is that, okay. Now, here is the problem, and the problem stands at different points. Well, while the problem stands in different points, you can see that if a father can earn 5,000 United States dollars, well, if a father can earn 500 quadrillion United States dollars as a net worth, and he has only one son and one daughter, well, as a net worth of 500 quadrillion United States dollars, son would get 499 quadrillion United States dollar, 999 trillion. Oh, well, I would like to say, son would get inheritance as 499 quadrillion, 999 trillion, 999 billion, 999 million, 999,999.99 United States dollars. But as we can say, daughter can get only 1 United States cent. But accordance with the Islamic points, let me tell you, accordance with the Islamic points, if father contains net worth of 500 quadrillion United States dollars, son son get inheritance only 340 quadrillion United States dollars, and daughter can get inheritance as 160 quadrillion United States dollars. Well, it is a crystal feminism. I don't like it. Okay, but now where it is written? It is written in our well. It is written in Quran, Holy Quran, Surah An-Nisa, Ayat 11. Well, but now if I stand against feminism, well, Mizanur Rahman, I am in hit list of Mizanur Rahman Azahari. I am in hit list of Anatullah Abbasi. I am in hit list of Amatullah Khomeini, and I am in hit list of Palestinian terrorists. Well, Israel can Israel can save me in 20 milliseconds as a flat 25 milliseconds as a flat route, and 30 milliseconds as a driving route. Israel can save me. Why? Because the Jewish community can develop a car with a velocity of 288,000 kilometer per second. And now let me see what is the meaning of 288,000 kilometer per second. Okay. Well, that is almost 96% of speed of light. Well, 96% of speed of light, they can save me, they can well, empower me, all they can do. Well, they can save me and they can take me in the secure place. While the secure place can be in my Islamic security, Jewish Israeli can take me and send me to a secure place like Kiev, Ukraine, or Moscow, Russia, or Beijing, China, or Shanghai, China. Well, they can arrange my secure place in where are the ones in Brasilia, Ario, in Argentina. Well, any small cities in Brazil, small cities in Vietnam. The Jewish Israeli can arrange a secure place for me, because I can explain a beautiful Islam as my knowledge. Well, and I have said how our Islam is becoming a toxic feminist day by day. I can explain, and as an effect, I can be hit list in well, I can be hit list in by Mizanur Rahman Azhari. I can be hit list by Amatullah Khomeini, etc. Okay. Now here as a second point, so we can talk with you. Well, if Imam Mahdi has a peace deal with a Jewish state Israel, that means as a real time, if Amatullah Khomeini has a peace deal with a real time have Jewish Israel, the condition is that if Muslim country can manufacture 100 kilometer per hour, Jewish country have to manufacture 50 kilometer per hour. Well, as my assumption, perhaps it would be a reality. Well, here is a secret deal, peace treaty condition from Imam Mahdi on Jewish Israel. Well, uh, when while Anatollah Abbasi or Mizanur Rahman Azhari arranged a contract killer from Palestinian terrorists to kill me, well, in 3 hours, Jewish Israeli can be 3 hours late. Uh, Imam Mahdi want to ensure that. Why Imam Mahdi want to ensure that? Because the Jewish people has a mindset that they can manufacture a car who can be the velocity of 288,000 kilometers per second. Okay? And now let me see. Here we can see that means, well, 3 grams. Well, still 3 grams artificial solar, artificial sun with the temperature of 666 quadrillion degrees Celsius can receive secure me from the Mizanur Rahman Azhari and Anatollah Abbasi or any supporter of Palestinian terrorists. Well, and as a word, when well, here is Israel, here is an Iran. Both of them start the war at the same time. When Iran want to attack on Israel, Iran's sovereignty has been disavowed by Israeli army. Because what is the cause? The cause is that Jewish people can manufacture a car with velocity of 288,000 kilometers per second. Well, okay, and well, it is the first reason as an inheritance, and the second reason is of what? Okay. Now we can explain the second reasons. Okay. It was like 30. Well. Okay. Now here we can explain. Well, Israeli Judge Galgadot handled a case of wife beating between Robert Downey Jr. and Asha Downey. Well, the prosecutor husband Robert Downey Jr. said, okay, here it is. You can see. Okay. And now here is the points. In Islamic State, wife beating is normalized. Well, and secular Western state, you cannot beat your wife without any reasons. Okay. Well, as an Islamic court, here judiciary court starts with wife beatings. Well, the prosecutor, the statement of Robert Downey Jr. as a prosecutor is very interesting in here. He contains a daughter. I'm talking about any and I am talking about any story that was I have said in another channel in Bengali. Okay, let me see. Well, Robert Downey Jr. Has a daughter named Mathusalem Downey. Well, she is a female cricketer of Israeli women cricket team. Now I am just telling the story. Well, and now here was a test match between Israeli women versus Palestinian women. Okay, Israeli women score. Well, Israeli women has a score in the batting of 300 overs. Israeli women cricket team scored 7,500 runs for nil wicket. That means no wicket. Well, Katrina Naftali scored 300 runs out of 600 balls, while Matholina Downey scored 7,200 balls from 1200. Matholina Downey scored 7,200 runs from 1,200 balls. Okay. 7,200 runs from 1,200 balls. That means 1,200 over boundary definitely. Okay. And now, but when Palestinian women was in batting, first innings 100 overs, no runs, all out. Second innings 100 overs, no runs, all out. Every overs is bowled by Israeli cricketer, female cricketer Mathusalem Downey, and you can see, well, her slowest speed is 200 mile per hour, and her highest speed is 530 mile per hour. Okay, and now Aisha Downey, the mother of daughter Mathusalem Downey, shouting on her husband Robert Downey Jr. that why the husband changed son's gender. Well, as the Mizanur Rahman Azhari points, just 2 minutes. Well, you can see what is our points, and now here is our point, and our point is that, well, Mathusalem Downey, well, Robert Downey Jr. has a father, has a sons. Robert Downey Jr. has a great achievement in the points. Robert Downey. Well, Robert Downey Jr. is a proud of his daughter as the best cricketer of the Israeli women crickets, because his daughter scored 7,200 runs out of 1,200 balls, and her bowling is spread is as the lowest speed 200 mile per hour and slowest speed 200 mile per hour, and the fastest speed is 530 miles per hour. Okay, but still Aisha Downey, the mother of daughter Rob, Matulina Downey, shouting that has a doubt that perhaps her daughter Matulina Downey born as a son, but husband Robert Downey Jr. changed his son's gender. Well, in the points, Robert Downey Jr. could do, he can slot the daughters. Well, I apologize. Husband Robert Downey Jr. slot on Aisha Downey's hands, the wife's hands with a sword. But what is written according to Quran, the Holy Quran, 38 Surah Sat, Ayat 44? What is written? Just see it. Well, hell, it is saying that, well, in the points that husband in Surah Sad at 44 has, okay, it is report always why. Well, in Surah Sad ayat 44, husband can beat his wife only with jharu. While wife can shout on her husband in the topic of what? In a topic of our points, wife can shout her husband in the fake accusation of son's gender changing. While actual point says she bought a daughter with the high capable woman than any man's. Well, and when we can answer the points, when we can see what we can explain this fault in Islam. Well, Mizanur Rahman Azhari attack on me. Well, I am in hit list of Mizanur Rahman Azhari. Well, what would Imam Mahdi wants? Imam Mahdi wants that if a Muslim can manufacture a car with a velocity of 100 km per hour, Jewish scientists cannot manufacture a car with a velocity of 101 km per hour. Well, here is a large flaws. Well, and the last topic is that if Israeli car manufacturer can manufacture a car with the velocity of 288,000 km per second, then I would be saved by them, and my new secure place would be in a small city of Vietnam or in a small city of Argentina or in a small city of well Brazil or in a small city of Russia or in a small city of China. Well, in the several time to roast Alma Jacob in the direct topic of Iranian nuclear project, I have said that I have said in the Hindi language or something like that. I have said in Hindi language that you can, if you are a Chinese government, you can hate Israel, you can disrespect Israel, you can consider yourself as enemy of Israel, you can have a hostility with Israel, but factuality is Israel is a saver of you from the Iranian terrorists and Palestinian terrorists, and particularly the supporter of Imam Mahdi. Well, because when Imam Mahdi would come, here is the negative points that 488. He would have a peace deal with Israel, and the condition is that Israel cannot manufacture a car with a velocity of 288,000 kilometers per second. And just imagine what would be Imam Mahdi peace deal with a Chinese atheist. The Chinese atheist is like that. This would be just wait a minute. Okay. Imam Mahdi peace treaty with Chinese atheists. The first condition would be that Chinese scientists cannot manufacture. Chinese vehicle engineer cannot manufacture a car with a velocity of 234,000 kilometer per seconds. What is the meaning of 2000? I apologize. What is the meaning of 234,000 kilometer per second? Well, let me calculate privately. Okay. Well, where is that? Function is like a switch off. Okay. Now it is that 234 divided by 300. Okay. That would be almost 78% of speed of light. Okay. That means, here is the points. The point is that China, if you want to be saved by Chinese points, okay, here is the personal points. What is the difference? China, you cannot, as a condition of Imam Mahdi well, as a condition of Imam Mahdi, uh, what is Imam Mahdi points, or as a condition of Imam Mahdi peace treaty with Chinese atheists, that is, Chinese atheist scientists cannot manufacture a car with a velocity of 78% speed of light. Okay, but now here is the questions. Why Imam Mahdi would be like that? Huh? Okay, and here is the, well, mouse function is not working for now. Okay, and well, we have a duplicate tab. Beijing, China. Okay. Now here we can have points. Well, now you can see it. Here is distance between Beijing, China and Dhaka, Bangladesh. Well, the driving route is 4,680.23 kilometers, and as a flying route, that is 3,180.20 kilometers. Okay, and as a magic, you can say it. Okay. Well, as a magic, you can see it for driving route 4,680.23 kilometer divided by what is 234,000 kilometer per second. What is the meaning points? There is a meaning points. Driving route would be 0.02 4 times 0 98290598929 seconds. That means almost 21 milliseconds. But now here with this, how is that would be 3018.2 divided by 234,000. Okay, that would be 0.012898290598290 seconds. That means almost 13 milliseconds. Okay. Well, now you can see what was the next points. Okay. Waiting couple wells. Now, here is the misconception of a secular Muslim country. Okay. Here, Almas. Here is the point to roasting Almas Jacob. I mean, roasting Mufassir Islam, because she said about Pakistani secular Pakistan. Well, if Pakistan now here is the Islamic Pakistan. First summit is IS intersection intelligence chief. ISI chief Asif Muniz is field marshals, Jahan Amit is Air Force Chief and Muhammad Ashraf is Navy Chief. But what if the Pakistan would be secular Islam? Let's just left points. In the secular Islam's, Gal Gadot would be every four person is a code name and code image. Well, as a code name, Gal Gadot would be the ISI chief, Robert Downey Jr. would be the Army chief, Henry Cavill would be the Air Force chief, and Natalia Portman would be the Navy chief. Okay. But sometimes, here's the points. Well, now we would go like to search if there is any points that I would like to roast any other person, and now it is automatically featured in the roasting of on Almas Jacobs. Okay. Well, if I would delete the person, okay, it will be okay for me. Well, okay. Now you can say it. Perhaps it would be the points that I would like to say delete the photos. You would not need it. Okay. Gal Gadot verified password. Well, now here is the points. Would I have saved the points? No, I have saved the point yet, but the point is that it is still on my Microsoft Drive. Okay. Well, here is the signing options. Okay. Well, OneDrive. Microsoft OneDrive. Okay. It would be once or not, I have not idea. Well, okay. Import cloud photo and files and collect with Google Drive. Now it would be maybe later. I have nothing about point this. Okay. Well, here is I have problems. Okay. Well, here it look like that. Okay. Okay. Well. Well, here the Mizanur Rahman Azahari says it was on 4 August. Well, we have to change our password, Wi-Fi password, and the password, new password would be 12345678. Here is the points. But what if our password would be like that? Well, it is the best password I can say it, and perhaps I would love it. It was my best password. Okay. The network name is Michael's Galaxy F22 and the password is hash Maikarama Roshi Koikaike Lagala W3D5 Jagajo Antasiaga Nagana. Okay, here's the point. Now, how can I speak Bengali? Because I'm a citizen from of Bangladesh. Well, now Galgador's Wi-Fi password is here. Mim Alif Hamza Ya Qaf Lam hash Lagale Dondesha Barshkebi Ontesiaga no W3D5 Jim Wa Alif Wa Nun Alif Nun La Sabsbi Ya no. Here is the points. Well, now here is the top. Now here is the topic that I have roasted. Here is the topic that I have roasted Mizanur Rahman Azhari in the topic of Wi-Fi password. Well, in my Wi-Fi password, as my Wi-Fi password, Galgador set my Wi-Fi password, and what is that? That is, here was at least one symbolic letter, one digit, one English uppercase letter, one English lowercase letter, and one Bengal alphabets, one Arabic alphabets, and one Urdu alphabets. Well, Urdu Arabic is same. One Hindi alphabets, and perhaps one Chinese alphabet or one Japanese alphabet. It would be said. Okay. Here. And in the base of the level of Wi-Fi password, I have roasted Mizanur Rahman Azhari because of the Wi-Fi in the topic of the Wi-Fi password. But now, perhaps I can be hit list. Well, perhaps now I can be hit list in the points. Well, I can be hit list of Mizanur Rahman Azhari, or I can be hit list on of Enatullah Abbasi. I can be top in hit list of Palestinian terrorists. Okay, and now here we go. We can go on the which points? Well, here we go. We can go the second points. Okay. Second points. Well, what is the we can go on the third points. The third points is that you Jewish people cannot participate in any scientific research. Mahdi, when Mahdi would run and want to peace treaty with Israel, the third condition is that you Jewish people cannot participate in any scientific research. Now, why I cannot participate in any scientific? We Jewish people cannot participate in any scientific research. A second point says if Israeli would participate in scientific research, every vehicle or object take off one side and land on ground without wings and with high jet system just with a gravitational quantum physics. Okay. Well, in the point I would say later, but as a point now I am in the topic of Wi-Fi password. Well, Mita, here is our Wi-Fi password. uh, the beautiful Wi-Fi password, the lovely Wi-Fi password I have. And now here is my points. And as we can have a points, uh, this is our lovely Wi-Fi password. But the problem is, and here Mizanur Rahman Azahari say that our password would be like 1234567 8. Well, but in the as the Wi-Fi password suggested by Mizanur Rahman Azahari, we cannot talk with each other. We cannot have a Islamic research. We cannot have a Islamic research of 3 hours, 2 hours, or 5 hours. And as a live and as a Christian research of a life, okay. Well, as a Christian research of a life, we cannot say anything that we can do. Well, as a scientific research, we love our scientific research and we can live with our scientific research, but the problem is that there was a several unscientific person on that can be a torture for us. And now in their points, if I can use a Wi-Fi password suggested by Mizanur Rahman Azahari, and now, well, in my password, here is a slow internet just because of internet center contains lowest speed. Then therefore hence our speed our router contains lowest speed. But if I use Wi-Fi password as suggest of Mizanur Rahman Azahari, I cannot have a 1 hour 44 minutes live with you in the topic of Almas Jacob, and perhaps in a 3 lives, 2:30, 3:30, and here is 4:30, 5:10. Perhaps I cannot condense a 5-hour lives with you to roast Almas Jacob in the topic of Imam Mahdi versus Dajjal as the real topic of Iranian Islamic regime. Here is our topics. We can say, and perhaps you can notice that while Mizanur Rahman Azahari said the Wi-Fi password 1234567 8, perhaps, Ahmadullah Khomeini would say Wi-Fi password 11, 4 times 1, 8 times 1, 8 times 2, 4 times 1, and 2 times 2. This type of password. As a weak password, we could imagine it. Here's the points. And now, as a social media, there would be 15 seconds anti-Islamic contents. Now the time period is the war period between Israel and Iran. Therefore, the time period in the points, there was a 15 seconds, 20 of 15 seconds, 10 seconds video to support Iranian Islamic regime to stay against Israel. Well, here was the topic of Imam Mahdi's. Well, Imam Mahdi would destroy Israel, Imam Mahdi would eliminate Israel, falana, ana, dingana, blah blah blah. That would be like that. But what is reality? Reality can be the opposite of that. We can ensure that, well, okay, here we can live with it. Imam Mahdi, well, here is the points. Well, Imam Mahdi can set the points. We can live with it, with the points, and perhaps it would be the danger for us. We can believe it. Well, now here is the point, and now the second point is mentioned as I explained that as a second point mentioned as I explained as a third condition of Imam Mahdi peace treaty with Israel. Well, second condition is that if Israeli Jewish would participate scientific research, every vehicle object can take off on sky and land on ground without wing and without hijack system, just with gravitational quantum particles. Okay. Now you would not believe it like that, but here we can have a catch. Okay. Well, now let me see how much old video was that. Okay. 1 2 3 2 2 3 1 3 3 1 3 4 2 3 5 2 3 and 6 2 3 7 2 3 8 2 3 well 9 2 3 well 10 to 3 11 to 3 12 to 3. Well, as 36 minute well here is almost 36 videos earlier. Here's the points. Well, well, you can say okay. Here's the points we can see. Well, here was the alien ball. Here was a metal ball flying on object. But Almas Jacob say that it is the satanic reasons. It is the satanic supernatural events. And what is the written it? Okay. Almas Jacob, her research source is Aristocoli. Well, April 8, April 9, and April 10 in 1904. Okay, the drawing of the demons is look like an alien as we can assume it. But what was the topic? The topic was sometimes it calls alien, but Alma Jacob called it the demon. But it is the actual point is now I can explain it. Perhaps we have to go for the folder. Okay, here we can have a alien pair. Okay, nobody can research than me. Well, almost somebody same flying a metal ball as an alien ball, and Almas Jacob claim it that satanic supernatural, while here the while in the points there is a crystal gravitational system. It is the Newton's gravitational law with the graviton particles. Okay. Now, I have answered someone that would you tell me when a 100 kilogram weight women can contains gravitational weight of an ant? Well, here that would be in interview. But now there as the points is like that. Well, it is a let's focus on it. Well, here we can see Gal Gadot contains a weight of her it would like that. Okay. Gal Gadot content weight is assumed as 40 kilograms. And Gal Gadot contains 99.4 times 9 graviton antimatter. Then what would be the points? Well, 1 minus 0.6 times 9. That means 5 times 0, 1. Okay. That means 1e minus 6. Right? Okay. Well, Gal Gadot weight is 40 kilograms and she contains 99.4 times 9 graviton antimatters. Then her actual physical weight would be 40 milligrams. Okay? And now, the actual, when there was no gravitational weight, there was no graviton matter on when there was no graviton antimatter on Gal Gadot. Well, we can say that was almost 392 newtons. But now we can see 1 in 6. Well, we can see that when Gal Gadot content 99.4 times 9% of graviton antimatters, then her gravitational weight would be 3 times 0, 0.3 times 0, 392 newtons. That is the Newton gravitational law Here is the system. But still, Almas Jacob would not follow the points. Here is the points. Well, now I would angry Almas Jacob. Well, as my opinions, I put an angry Almas Jacob. Uh, I don't mind. It doesn't matter for me. But problem is that now in there I would be hit list on that is the scientific research and Jewish science teachers has points. Well, it is the tension of Imam Mahdi. Well, now now Almas now any religious social influencer like Almas Jacob cannot propagate us in the in the topic of any scientific events. Well, here was scientific events. We have roasted Almas Jacob in that several points, and now, well, Almas Jacob has an Padang Shanang Shami, Dhamang Shanang Shami, just like that. Okay, here was the points, but now, uh, well, if Israeli would participate in scientific research, the second point is that I have mentioned that how Alma Jacob may address a flying metal ball as a satanic supernaturals, while it is just a simple event of Newton gravitational law. Oh, now I have I make a well. I am sure that Pakistani Christians are angry with me. Backdated Indian Christians are angry with me, and now, well, Zimbabwean Christians are angry with me. Tanzanian Christians are angry with me. Well, and yeah, Bangladeshi Christians. Well, actually, they are Muslim, but in social media, they call themselves as the Christians. Well, they are angry with me, and I am in hit list of them. Well, Israeli Jewish can save us from them in the they can send me in the secure place of Kiev or a small village of Russia, etc. And now here we can see that Almas Jacob. Here we can see that nowadays Imam Almas Jacob is wishing for Imam Mahdi just because, well, Amatullah Khomeini, if Imam Mahdi want to peace treaty with Israel, as Amatullah Khomeini wants to, then we Israeli could not participate in scientific research. Well, and hence that Almas Jacob can propagate on any scientific event in our earth. Well, here is the points, and now here we can say, but I have several points, but Now for third times it is okay. Well, now I have forgotten second points. I have explained first condition and the last condition. But what is the middle condition? Well, okay, we can say it. Well, the second condition is that you Jewish people cannot reproduce more than 2 child per 2 million Jewish women per 10 years, but your death rate should be 100 people per 1 person per minute. Okay, now here is the explanations. Well, here are the explanations. Well, the explanation is very dangerous, as we can perceive. Well, the explanation is that if Israeli birth rate would be 2 child per 2 million women per 10 years, but death rate is 100% per 1 child per month. Okay, the Israeli population is 10 million. 10 million Israel would die per 100,000 Israeli child per month. Well, 100 Israeli in the first month. Second month, in the second month, 100,000 Israeli. Well, I'd like to say Almas voice. 1 lakh Israeli would die per 1,000 Israeli child in the second month. Third month is that would like that 1,000 Israeli would die per 10 Israeli child. Well, as a fourth dead, Israeli population would be disappeared. Well, that was the plan of Imam Mahdi. Well, perhaps I could decode that what is the condition of Imam Mahdi peace treaty with Israel. Well, I would like to say goodbye, and I would be live on the perhaps another topics. See you then. Khuda Hafiz. 30 away.